we are told by the Democratic Party that they are against the TPP. I mean, Bernie Sanders came in second in the primaries. He was against it. But Hillary Clinton came in first. She's also against it. Great. Both of the major candidates on the Democratic side are against TPP. They will not do this trade deal, the Trans-Pacific Partnership. It gives away too much of our sovereignty. It allows local laws to be overridden for the profit of mega corporations. All right, well, how about the Republicans? Oh, good news. Donald Trump's also against the TPP. So the Republican Party, and a lot of them, especially the more right-wing, we're not going to give away the sovereignty and the trade deals are screwing us. No, the Republican Party is also against the TPP. All right, great. Well, finally, bipartisan agreement. So I guess we won't have the TPP. Nope. Exact opposite. Right now, both the Democratic president, President Obama, and the Republican Congress are scheming to pass the TPP. So Orrin Hatch, old school Republican senator from Utah, says, quote, I think we're going to get it done in the lame duck. The lame duck session, of course, is after the elections, but before the new president and the new Congress come in. That's when they do all the things they actually want to do, because there's no political pressure left anymore. The elections are over, and so they think, okay, great, now let me do what I was paid to do by my donors. Of course they're for the TPP. They all get funded, all their campaigns get funded. They all are going to work for giant corporations. Giant corporations have, in a trade deal like this, have trillions on the line. You think they're not going to have their boys, the people that they have bought, their prostitutes, not do their bidding? Of course they are. What the hell did they give that prostitute the money for? There was a transaction that was paid for, and they will receive that transaction. Unfortunately, in this analogy, we're the ones who get screwed. So there is a holdup, though. You know what the holdup is? The Republicans, who are theoretically, we're looking out for you. I can't believe the Democrats did these trade deals. You know, they lost you your jobs. We're going to get your jobs back. We're against the trade deals. No, the Republicans, who also tell you that they're against crony capitalism, they're mad because the trade deal isn't good enough for drug companies. Now, drug companies used to have a patent for 5 years. You say, oh, look, I invest a lot of money into coming up with this wonderful new medicine. Give me a 5-year monopoly here so I can at least make that money back. There's some logic in that, although it is greatly abused. Now, the TPP is better than 5 years. It's actually 8 years patent protection for high-tech medicines. The Republicans say, not good enough. We want them to have a 12-year monopoly. These are the guys who claim they're for the free market. These are the guys who claim they're against crony capitalism. These are the guys who claim they're against trade deals. Liars. All of them. You don't have to trust me. You just look at their actions. So the Democrats and the Republicans will find a way to pass the TPP. Again, Hatch says now they are working on this important deal. Hatch said he is getting assurances from the White House that a solution is in the works that will address the trade deal's problems. Now, the trade deal's problems aren't the ones they're talking about publicly on the campaign trail. It isn't that it costs us jobs, which is what you care about. It isn't that, oh my God, corporations would get to sue us if you say don't pollute our river. You say, hey, that cost me money. I get to pollute your river. Make your kids drink that from that water, okay? Otherwise, you're going to cost me profit. Now, do they get to sue us in our courts? No, they get to sue us in an international court. Conservatives should despise that. That should be the core of what they're against. Remember, they want American sovereignty. They don't want to give it away to an international tribunal. That's what the TPP does. And yet, who's leading the charge? Republicans. And they want it to be even more friendly to corporations, even more crony capitalist. And who's there to help them? Barack Obama and the Democrats. They're not on our side. Neither party's on our side. They're here to screw you because that's what they get paid to do. The only people who believe that these politicians get millions, billions overall, in the case of Obama, billions just by himself, in campaign contributions and independent expenditures, but yet don't have to pay any of that back. There's nothing expected in return. That drug companies give those millions of dollars out of the goodness of their heart because they believe in the ideology of Orrin Hatch and Barack Obama. Ideologies which, by the way, are theoretically diametrically opposed, but in reality do agree very often when it comes to helping their corporate donors. But we're told that that is a wild coincidence and that this isn't bribery. Of course it's bribery. Of course they're both corrupt. Look, there are many different ways to fight it. I'm going to tell you one right now. It's Wolfpack. We've got to get an amendment to get money out of politics. Until then, they're going to keep on hosing us, no matter what they say on the campaign trail, no matter what lies the Republicans and Democrats feed us. Go to wolf-pack.com. Sign up to be a volunteer. Sign up to be a member. Do whatever you can do, because we got to get this amendment. And they're not going to do it for us. They're never going to help us. They're not on our side. They're on the other side. We got to stand up for ourselves. So, and certainly neither person in this presidential election is going to do it. You think Hillary Clinton's going to get money out of politics? The person who has received billions of dollars? Of course she's not going to get money out of politics. You think Trump's going to do it? Trump loves the money. He's going around collecting the money now. Trump. He hasn't even suggested that he would ever do anything about it. No, the only people who are going to do something about it is us. We stand up together. We've already won in 5 states. We're going to go to the states. We're going to call for a convention, and we're going to get an amendment, and we're going to fix this goddamn thing. Wolf-pack.com. Go do it right now. At the Young Turks, we believe in change. We believe we can change the media, make it more independent. Come do it with us. tytnetwork.com/join.